Welcome to my show, honey. Welcome to Soraya's kitchen. When you're feeling blue, you don't know what to do. Carrying such a heavy load, honey, feels like you're all alone. You need a new recipe, well, I'm the one to see. Friday rolls along, you wanna hear my song, so welcome to my show. Oh, welcome to Soraya's kitchen. My show is so hot, honey. The fish, the meat.
Hey darling, today's episode we have Soraya Puerto Rican corn masa fortified with cricket protein powder, pancake or pupusa or tortita with a salmon salad, ice cold with cilantro, red onion and soy cheese. Okay, it's almost like a tuna melt, but a salmon melt. And then we have some sauteed broccoli. And that is our recipe for today. Soraya's back in the kitchen in Long Beach. Yay! Hey darlings, my name is Soraya. Welcome to my kitchen. Welcome to my show, Holas. Today is the first cooking show in my new apartment here in Long Beach. So that's just the prelude. That's what I'm gonna say. Today I am also wearing my first outfit. My cooking show theme, when you see me with that silver glittery skirt and the black blouse and all, I have the same outfit on today. So I figured since this is the first episode that I would wear the same outfit that I started with. Now, we're in Long Beach, California, right? I'm going to be saying that for a while because I'm getting accustomed to the neighborhood and getting accustomed to being in this new space. And new space, new body. As I'm going through a new path and a new adventure in my life, I decided to feminize my body in a natural way. So I'm really happy with that. You know, adjusting and coming into this newness of body, mind, and spirit, really. And now the apartment is ready for me to film and I feel comfortable and kind of know where everything is. So we're gonna have a cooking show episode. Isn't that wonderful? I'm so happy about that. Today we're doing my tortitas de maíz. Now I've had that recipe before, right? The corn fritters with the tuna salad and the soy cheese because I'm dairy free. Now there's something here in California, and I'm sure it's everywhere, but I really never got hip to it back in New York, called pupusas, which is almost like a cornmeal fritter empanada. It's like a big pancake and people do like it's stuffed. It's all different ways, I guess, to make it. So it's similar to the tortitas. We, in my family, being Puerto Rican, we did little corn fritters, which I loved. You fry them, you get them nice and crispy, you put some cheese on top, and then you put tuna salad. Sort of like a tuna melt. I started doing my pancake plantain thing, and it kind of transcended into this corn masa pancake thing. So it's just like a real huge tortita de maíz, but they call them pupusas, right? I think it's also a Mexican dish like that. Alright, whatever. So I'm making Soraya, papi, soy puertorriqueña, papi chulo, mexicano, puertorriqueño, americano, pulpusas. Because anybody can have a pulpusa, but I'm doing my own Puerto Rican version of it. So we're doing Soraya pulpusas, tortitas de maíz, extra large. When you're feeling blue, you don't know what to do. You're carrying such a heavy load, feels like you're all alone. You need a new recipe, well, I'm the queen to see. Friday rolls along and you want to hear my song. So, welcome to my show. Welcome to Soraya's kitchen. Hola! We're going to go through the ingredients, and I just want to thank you for watching my show and coming here with me on this little trip of gluten-free, dairy-free, healthy cooking madness. We're going to go through the ingredients now, just like the old days. Yay! I don't have my stool like I used to. Now that I'm in the rhythm of starting shows again, I was like, oh my god, where's my stool? Oh, I gave it away. So, you know, I have a cute little counter, and you can see my Donna Summer up here. My cheetah lamp that was in my bedroom is in my kitchen. What can I tell you? It has a very sexy vibe. I'm trying to create a very diva vibe here in this kitchen. It's very quaint and cozy. I like my salmon salad really cold. So I have canned salmon, which has the bone and the skin, and that's what we're using. I'm doing one serving for myself. So 4 ounces of the salmon. I have diced red onion and cilantro. I have light mayonnaise. I put like a quarter, no, not a quarter cup, close to a quarter cup, because I like I'm not gonna kid around, I really like my tuna salads with mayo. So we have light mayo. I don't put any spices in my tuna salads or salmon salads, so it's just mayonnaise, chopped red onion, and chopped cilantro. Okay? Now, the pupusa, the masa, the corn masa, is your typical instant yellow cornmeal flour. So I have a fresh bag of the brand of Amarillo Masaca, very popular here in Cali. So I'm using a half a cup, so I'm just doing one serving with about a teaspoon of the Goya adobo, about an eighth of a teaspoon of garlic powder, and I'm going to put a teaspoon of the cricket powder that I've been talking about and that I did a video of recently. So I'm going to add the cricket powder, okay? Because I did say to the gentlemen Lars and Dave, the founders of Lithic Nutrition Cricket Powder, that I would be implementing this product in my recipes and kind of get a feel for the flavor and how the cricket powder integrates into my recipe. So we're going to do that today, actually for the first time. That's the cornmeal. We're also using, instead of water for the recipe, because usually the cornmeal masa calls for water, and I think that's really plain and not sexy or fun for me as Soraya, without the queen of healthy Latin cooking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the unsweetened almond breeze almond milk. This is the low calorie. I really love this. I will go back to using the soy, because the soy products do have a feminizing type of effect, and I want to get as much feminization as possible through foods and herbs naturally. So half a cup of the masa with about 2/3 cup of the almond breeze. Alrighty? Again, we're adding adobo to that and garlic powder and a little bit of white pepper. We're going to certainly use cooking spray for that. And we're using our non-stick skillet that Alona at Cuisinart has been so cool in sending me some new appliances and pots and pans. I wanted some fresh appliances and cookware, and she was kind enough to send it, as she always does. I found this Simple Truth organic canola oil, which is really cute. So this was a really good buy over at Ralph's here on 4th Street in Long Beach. So I just want to make sure I got everything. I went through the masa, I went through the salmon salad, we're doing that, and the soy cheese. I'm going to top the hot cornmeal pancake with 2 slices of the Go Veggie soy cheese, which I really, really love this. Now, I love using my cashew cheese as well with this recipe, but I find that because I like putting a lot of mayonnaise in my salmon salad, that to ease up on the calories of fat, that using the soy cheese is better in this recipe for me, you know. But it tastes, of course, delicious with my homemade cashew cheese. It's just fabulous. I'm going to saute some broccoli to go with this dish. Garnish it really cute. And basically those are the ingredients. Yes, yes, yes. So what we're going to do right now is start with the masa. I'm going to show you how I do it. It's pretty much like the instructions on the packet, and we'll take it from there. Hey darling, so yes, so we're going to go into prep now. We're going to do Soraya's Ruedas, Puerto Rican pupusas with salmon salad, soy cheese, and vegetables. Yes, and it's going to be absolutely delicious, darling. Okay, here we go. Yay! Now, we have here my little palm tree bowl, which I adore. And then I have here half a cup of the masa. What I'm going to do is just put the masa there. And what I'm going to do is put my Goya adobo, which I just live for Goya adobo. Being Puerto Rican, that's my thing. So I am going to use 1 teaspoon of the Goya adobo. I'm going to also use turmeric. I've read that turmeric can be feminizing as well. And God knows I've been using turmeric for a really long time. Maybe that's how Soraya got birth, darling. It's by using all this turmeric, honey. But turmeric is fantastic as an antioxidant. You know, I've always used turmeric in my recipes. I always say that if it's brown, I'm down. In this case, Mr. Turmeric is a golden brown, honey, so I adore him. Here we have garlic. So what I'm going to do here, and you know I love my garlic, I'm going to put close to a teaspoon as well, a little less than a teaspoon, maybe 3/4 of a teaspoon of ground garlic powder. You could see that there, right? Excellent. And just a couple of dashes of pepper. And this funky jar that's from Jackson Heights. It made the trip, darling, like many things. I'm so happy about that. It was a smooth trip. So we have all the dry ingredients here. I'm just gonna mix the ingredients up. Alright. And then I'm going to add the almond breeze, low fat, unsweetened. And we have a half a cup of cornmeal here. So your liquid should be just a little bit over the dry amount. So here's a half a cup. And then I'm gonna do a quarter cup there. Okay, so there she is. Yeah, see, she firms up really quickly. She really does. She does firm up quickly. I think I'm going to add just a little bit more liquid, we'll see. Now, I did mention that I was going to use the cricket powder, right? Because I've been telling the two gentlemen who make this product, who were so kind enough to send me this, know how Soraya is into nutrition. So we have a teaspoon of the lithic 100% pure cricket powder. Okay? Now it's a dark brown, so it's going to make this browner. And that's certainly okay. Oh, this is a good consistency. I don't like it too wet. I like this almost that I can put it in the palm of my hands and form it. And then get it going. So it got a little brown, that's fine. I'm going to let that sit for a minute or two, and then we're going to take it to the skillet. Hey darling, so you saw all that? The masa is a little golden brown because of the cricket powder. So it's a nice consistency. It's a little thick, which is the way I like it. I don't want it too wet, too pancake batterish. Very good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat up the skillet. I'm going to cook it. The salmon salad is already made. And I'm going to saute some broccoli. It's going to be a very basic meal, and then we'll take it from there. And then I'll sit down and I'll have some and you'll get to see. Okay? So I'm going to get the skillet. So I have my Cuisinart skillet. She's there. I'm going to put some cooking spray. Okay, I'm going to cover. I'm going to work the other skillet on the side there so I can do the broccoli at the same time. I'm going to cooking spray that. I'm going to set that to medium high. Start this one up. We're going to do the cornmeal pancake, and we're going to also saute some broccoli at the same time because I'm hungry and I want to get this dish going. While the skillet is getting hot for the cornmeal, I'm just going to cut some broccoli spears. I'm going to get the lid for that. Excellent. And we'll spice that up with a little bit of adobo later. I just want to put some cooking spray on it. Cooking spray on this. Now, I love this stove. It's a hot point. And this particular skillet that I'm using here, the big one, gets hot really quick. So I'm going to wet my hands. I'm going to wet my paws. And I'm going to take the masa. You see the masa here? And I'm just going to scoop it out with my hands. Okay? I could tell that the skillet is getting really hot. Now, I just love this. It's kind of like, you see, right? Yeah, she's getting hot. Ooh, honey, she's talking. So that's the masa. And that's how it forms. Almost like dough. It's so fabulous. Just put it down. Get all the masa up. Okay? Now, the masa ball, or the masa amount, is kind of thick, right? I don't like it that thick. I like it a little thinner. So I'm going to take a spatula. You have to wet it. I'm going to lower it. Because what I want to do right now, while it's wet, while this is wet, this doesn't stick to the masa. Now, the masa ended up, being a little yellow-brown. Well, because of the cricket powder. This is starting to stick. So I wet it, it doesn't stick. Okay? We don't want it to stick, but we want to get it thin. So just take your time, because you want this to stay nice and round and cute. Okay? You want this to be not only tasty, but pretty. Okay? So I'm good with the way it is right now. It's flattened, and I'm going to put some cooking spray. It's on medium to low. Just going to raise it a little bit to like almost to number 5 on the skillet here. Cover it. And we'll go to the broccoli here. And I'm going to lower it because it's kind of high. I'm just going to do a quick saute. Not a big deal. Just plain old broccoli. I love broccoli. And I'm going to put some adobo. Sprinkle some on top. And a little bit of garlic powder. And we've all made broccoli before, so the rocket science with broccoli is not what the focus is of my cooking show today. is making this super big Puerto Rican corn tortita, which we're calling it a pupusa because that's basically what it is, right? Call it whatever you want. It's a cornmeal patty, and it's going to be delicious with a salmon salad and soy cheese. Okay, simple dinner, but there's no red meat, there's no chicken, there's no turkey, there's some salmon. I love seafood. Let's go over here. Gotta put this up. Excellent. Okay, it's probably about 5 minutes aside. Okay, great. Now we want to keep it pretty. What I mean by that, you want to be careful when you flip her. You know what? And if she comes apart a little bit, that's okay. Right? She is golden brown. That is the cricket powder. When I've used it in my shakes, it does have sort of a nutty flavor. It's not bitter tasting or bad tasting or anything like that. Now, be careful with this because if you press too much, it could break apart. All right? Now, the key here to make this a really pleasing dish, pleasing to the eyes, that we keep the uniformity of that pancake. And that's basically what it is. It's a corn masa pancake. So it's on medium high. I'm gonna give that 3 to 4 minutes. It cooks very fast, so you don't have to worry about that. It's pre-cooked masa, right? So it cooks very quickly. Now here we have the broccoli. And the broccoli is getting browned really nice. We don't want to overcook it. We want to keep some of the firmness, keep the nutrients. And I'm going to grab one because I'm starving. It will cook a little bit longer, a little tender, as I talk with my mouth full. I love the smell of corn masa. I really, really do. I mean, I just love it. It smells beautiful. I think she's almost ready. And I like my masa pancake thin. I'm gonna let it cook a few more minutes and then we'll come back. We'll give it a toss just to make sure she's brown on the other side. It's ready to turn her over. So here we go. She's very brown. There she is. She's got little brown freckles, little specks. How cute. Yes, darling. Can you see the specks of brown? Yes, my darling. She's lovely. She's lovely. She's ready. So I'm going to get a plate and we're going to garnish and serve and all of that good stuff. It's so delicious. A little bit of cooking spray. Let the cheese melt with my disco light sterling. I put the heat up a little bit. Okay, good. There she is. Oh, she's melted lovely. Very nice. Ah, she looks beautiful. Okay, cool. Okay, look at this lovely salad. Beautiful. Arrange her as you wish, but she has cilantro in it and red onion diced. Like, I like this a lot because of the specks of green give it a color, the red onion give it color, and then it's just salmon, which is a lot of omega fats, omega oils, which is really cool. And then we have broccoli. So I'm just gonna garnish one side of the plate with the broccoli, like that, just one side. Just give it color. Give us some vegetables. And the vegetables are not overcooked, which I love that. I don't like it too soft. Okay? And there we have Soraya's Pupusa, Puerto Rican Pupusas with soy cheese, light mayo, cilantro, red onion, and a nice corn masa pancake that has cricket powder, cricket protein powder in it from Lithic Nutrition. Let's go to the table. Thanks. Welcome to my kitchen. Welcome to my show. My gosh, you're here with me. Look, I love this. This is so delicious. I love this so much. It's crunchy too. Oh my gosh, delicious. Amazing. This is amazing. It's crispy. It's delicious. It's salted with the adobo perfectly. The cricket powder being in there, I don't taste any difference. Now, that means that it's been fortified by the cricket powder, right? Because the cricket powder is protein. Delicious, delicious, delicious. This is excellent. Try this recipe at home. If you don't want to put the cricket powder, you can fortify your corn masa with ground flaxseed meal. That's a good choice. Again, I didn't put water in the masa. I put the Blue Diamond almond milk The low fat, unsweetened, it gives it more flavor, more body. The salad is a salmon salad, the canned salmon. The one that has the bone, has the skin because I want the fat. And light mayo, cilantro, red onion, and sauteed broccoli. Thank you for watching my cooking show, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye. See ya. Love ya. Bye. Take care. Bye.
Welcome to my show, honey. Welcome to Soraya's Kitchen. When you're feeling blue, you don't know what to do. Carrying such a heavy load, honey. Feels like you're all alone. You need a new recipe. Well, I'm the one to see. Tiny roads along you. Wanna hear my song? So welcome to my show. Oh, welcome to Soraya's Kitchen. My show is so hot, honey. The fish, the meat.
Hey, darlings.
No longer a man. I am a woman. I am a woman. I am a woman. No longer a man.
Welcome to my show, honey. Welcome to Soraya's Kitchen. When you're feeling blue, you don't know what to do. Carrying such a heavy load, honey. Feels like you're all alone. You need a new recipe. Well, I'm the one to see. Tiny roads along you. Wanna hear my song? So welcome to my show. Oh, welcome to Soraya's Kitchen. My show is so hot, honey. The fish, the meat.
Hey, darlings. It's me. It's Soraya. Welcome to my kitchen and welcome to my show. Now, it's been a while since I've done a show, and the last show that I did was the cashew cheese recipe. The last month and a half, I've been sort of quite vegetarian. For whatever reason, it just kind of hit me all of a sudden that I didn't want to do any animal meats. You know, I've been doing the turkey and the chicken and fish from time to time, but the last month and a half, I've been doing some research online about some soy products, some meat substitute products. I came across a certain brand of soy protein that has been working really well for me. Yeah, and the product that I've been using and that I am in love with now, like really in love with, is from Butler Foods, and it's one of the products from their line, is the Soy Curls. Now, these are an excellent chicken substitute, totally amazing. They're non-GMO, grown without any chemical pesticides. They're a good source of fiber, excellent source of protein. It's got 10 grams of protein per 3/4 cup. These are just amazing. And what you do with these, you take this whole entire bag and you soak them in water for 10 minutes, and then you drain them. I squeeze the water out of them, and they end up being like little chicken strips. And these are just amazing, amazing. So again, they're Butler Foods Soy Curls. You season them like chicken. They're just excellent. Now, Butler Foods also has a line of chick style seasoning that's pretty good. I like this. It's cool. But I really like seasoning the soy curls like I do regular chicken, like with cumin, oregano, garlic, adobo, pepper. You know, I like seasoning my chicken sort of like I researched the recipe for banquet fried chicken, how they season their chicken. And they use allspice, they use a little ginger. So I do that with my chicken. And then also I use oyster sauce, because that's a good way to season your chicken. I read that in a Chinese chicken wing recipe. And they use the oyster sauce, marinate with the nutmeg, with the allspice, with the ginger. But you know, I put a lot of spices, 21 different spices in my Soraya chicken recipe. But whatever way you like seasoning your poultry, the Butler Soy Curls really take to it very well. You're going to have to experiment, because unlike real chicken meat, this makes the salt to this may take a little bit more heavier, so meaning you have to be careful with the salt. You always have to be careful with the salt because you don't want to do a lot of sodium. But the soy curls, I have to tell you really honestly, like I'm a big time foodie, really. If this wasn't close to chicken, I would say it. I would say it's okay. This is excellent. Close to the texture of meat. Sort of chewy like chicken, but not too chewy. It's excellent. I don't know if you've been checking my Instagram account lately, but I've been photographing the chicken strips. I add sweet potato flour and flaxseed meat flour and bread it like that, and it ends up being like a fried chicken strip. You know that I don't fry, and you know I cook in a non-stick skillet Cuisinart, and I use cooking spray. So I just have to say, really, this product is amazing. Now, that is not the only product in the Butler Foods product line that I'm in love with. Third in line with the Butler Foods that I totally love. They have a vegetarian jerky that is amazing, amazing, amazing. I remember Slim Jims back in the day when I was overeating and working in my father's store and snacking on Slim Jims. I snacked on everything all day long when I was working for my dad. Even when I had my paper route at the end of the route, man, I used to throw it down with some sugar and carbs. And so I'm a compulsive eater. I mean, I like my food. So, but I remember beef jerkies and Slim Jims, and this has an amazing taste. It's called Harvest Jerky, number 19 original recipe. Texture is like jerky, but it's a little more tender, which I like. And the flavor is amazing. I strongly feel that the Butler soy product is an excellent substitute. So for the last month and a half, like I started this episode, being vegetarian, I mean, I'm at a really low weight now. I just feel so super fabulous. Now I'm gonna go into vegan cooking and diet. I feel totally amazing on a vegan diet. I had beef last week. The iron in beef is pretty good. It will be good for me. It was seasoned very well, but since I haven't eaten beef and I'm not a beef eater pretty much in the last couple of years, once in a while, I found the beef to be extremely chewy for me. I found it to be quite chewy, and I would prefer not to consume that anytime soon. But my vegan diet has been amazing, and I've just really lost a lot of weight. I may be a little too thin right now, I'm not sure. I'm digging this wig as opposed to the other wig that I was wearing. I think this is Soraya, this is me. It's this style with the bangs, I really love it. I didn't do too much with my makeup today. I want to get less makeup dependent. Now I'm going into a different direction. But yeah, we talked about vegan and the Butler Soy Curls and jerky. I will strongly suggest that you check out Butler Foods. You can find their product line on Amazon or just look up Butler Foods. You'll see their website. The gentleman who sent me a wonderful box of love, vegan, vegetarian love, which I just totally, I'll do like this. I love. Really, really advocate their products.
Look at how I look. Look at how I talk. Look at how I sing. Dig this track. Look at how I walk. Look at how I talk. And then watch me dance.
The recipe is super easy.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The recipe is super easy. Yeah! I like my cashew cheese firm. Like most things, I like most things firm. And my cashew cheese is one of them.